I'm officially announcing my candidacy for the Italian seat in North America for 2027, likely election. We're not sure when, but it's very likely 2027. I've been thinking about for years. I have a doctorate in political science from Rome, couple degrees in education. It is time, because what they're doing something unimaginable, unheard of, unethical, immoral, wrong. And my question is why? Why? Why do you want to strip the citizenship rights for my children? Why do you want to strip my grandkids? What is the purpose? What is your driving force? What is your goal to strip hundreds of thousands of Italian Americans, of Italian heritage, of the right of citizenship, people that come to our country, to Italy, to invest, to share culture experience, to buy houses, to purchase grocery at the local store, to go to the restaurants, to enjoy the heritage of their grandparents, of their parents or great-grandparents. Why are you taking away? That's all you guys have been doing over the last few years. You're taking away our money to give it to foreign wars. You take away some basic income for people in need instead of changing it. You're taking away rights from minors. Why? What is the purpose behind if there is an enrichment, a culture and financial enrichment over the last 30 years with this right of citizenship? You are also creating you are fueling the same problem. There was only one problem. The clogging of the judicial system could be solved easily by establishing consulate appointment lists all over the world, especially in North America and South America. Consulate standby list worked. I told all the parties involved, they're not heard. So they come up with this constitutional muster. This is a constitutional muster. Okay, let's talk about the ways this law is unconstitutional. That's why I'm suggesting to my clients, stay the course. Let's finish this. Let's finish the project. Let's complete the binder. Okay, I will be stepping down soon from Luminoso Global and delegate my business to others before I fully undertake my political campaign. But since I'm still here now, let's see what's the best advice for people who have spent time and money, years and years of waiting and money, and time and effort and mental energy and emotional energy into this. All of a sudden, they're being cut off. Don't worry about it. This is a constitutional muster once again. In many ways, it's against the Constitution. That's what happens when people do things with not with good heart. Let me say that. And with not clear reasons, causes. It's unconstitutional to be struck down pieces by pieces by either the Corte di Cassazione or by the Corte Costituzionale, the Constitutional Court. There are two Supreme Courts in Italy. It will be struck down, started in June, pieces by pieces. First of all, I'm using the help of Omni Intelligence AI, the highest intelligence as of today. They helped me to formulate this. Help me to formulate this rebuttal. So this is my Omni AI. It's up for sale. Super smart. Let's see. Article 3, principle of equality. All citizens have equal social dignity, are equal before the law. This the DL 36/2025 discriminates based on generations. You also introduce a geographic and historical inequality. If someone could not access the consular services 50 or 100 years ago, nobody knows now. Nobody. Few people know what is a consulate is now, 2025. Imagine 1920s, 30s, and 40s. People coming from economical hardships, sometimes illiterate. What consulates? 1920s, 30s, 40s? You are joking me. So this is unconstitutional. It's an historical inequality. Also economical inequality. So we have multiple forms of discrimination from this degree. Article 30, number 2. Article 30 of the Italian Constitution, which is the basic foundation of the government, of the democracy, of the country. That's the skeleton, the supporting foundation of Italy is its constitution. Article 30, protection of minors and the family. It's the duty of the Republic to protect children. This law with their parents' naturalization penalize children for actions over which they had no control. Penalize children from actions over which they had no control. Children born abroad to Italian citizens who reacquire citizenship do not automatically get it unless they live in Italy for 2 years. That's an unjustified burden. It contradicts the principle of family unity. It divides family. In addition, that now we have family in the U.S. where some are U.S. citizens, some are not. Article 22, inviolability of citizenship. No one may be deprived of their citizenship. Article 22. No one can be deprived of their citizenship. Citizenship is a constitutional right. That's what these people don't understand. To me, I don't know if they have no knowledge. They have little understanding of what is a citizenship. I don't know if they're aware about the Constitution. I don't know if they're aware about the implications coming with the citizenship. The decree retroactively denies and nullifies citizenship rights for people whose ancestors were citizens. Citizenship is treated as a discretionary privilege, not a right, which contradicts constitutional protections. Article 24, the right to legal defense. Everyone may take judicial action to protect their rights. They have increased the fee up to €600 per applicant for the judicial cases, which is already non-constitutional. But I can understand it, okay, because there were mass type of judicial actions with a lot of people, and they wanted to kind of control and channel that. I may see that €600. I'm not sure if it is constitutional or not, but I can see that happen if you want to go through the court. Each applicant has to pay €600. I can see the reason, the logic behind this action. But you already had done that to curb it. Why there was a need to strip rights with this additional reform? First, I have also the Article 117, compliance with international and European law. Legislative power should be exercised in compliance with the Constitution as well as with international obligations. This law goes against the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child and the European Convention of Human Rights. I've done videos in before. Check my YouTube channel. You can see my videos when I address that. When the courts were rejecting application because of a minor rule. What he doesn't mention is the B1 exam. You cannot put an academic standard to a citizenship. B1 is a very difficult exam. It's discriminatory because people are not inclined to learn a language, especially as they go on with their ages. As they age, it becomes very difficult. Some people are not inclined, so it's almost impossible to acquire full knowledge of the written language, oral language. I understand the oral language, but the reading comprehension and so forth, that is unconstitutional. I've noticed since it started, and then there's a new constitutional court decree that states that people with disability, of course, they don't have to take that kind of the B1 exam. B1 exam, which was before a requirement for spouses, now it's a requirement in some cases also for the citizenship by blood. This is judicially absurd. Okay, basically the ethical and historical injustice. Italy is basically penalized. No, the Italian people really love us. They love their cousin from across the ocean. They love us when they come, go into the town, bring our families, we share, we bring business, we spend time with them, and we enrich culturally, and we enrich ourselves and them mutually in this beautiful feeding loop of sharing. Italy is penalizing the descendants of those who left the country in hardship, famine, illiteracy, and war. The new law ignores the contribution of the diaspora, treating them as outsiders, while embracing the tourism, investment, and cultural capital. This law does not just change the law, it breaks the constitution, it betrays history, and divides family. This is not a reform. This is a rejection. This is not a reform. This is a rejection of logic, good sense, good heart, and mutually beneficial situations. Let me say that one more time to conclude this video, and then I will keep you posted. I would like to do another video about these two rulings. One for the Cassazione, who's about to rule with regards to the minor rule, and the other one from the Corte Costituzionale, like I mentioned before, has struck down the B1 exam for people with learning disability. That's according to my collaborating attorneys, according to the decree that I've read. Once again, conclude the video, this Decreto Legge 36/2025 does not change the law. It breaks the Constitution, it betrays history, and it divides family. This is a constitutional monster. It will be struck down. So, to conclude this video, I urge all my clients to stay the course, complete the documentation needed. If it is not now, soon, next few weeks, months, the situation will be rectified to normalcy, to compliance with the Constitution, and all the other ethical, moral, and logical rules and regulations and standards of a modern country. Documents will never expire. That's the citizenship in your hand. It is your right. This is definitely your right that you have earned because of the sacrifices of your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. They left the country in dismay, famine, wars, discriminations, and severe hardship. It's our right as Italians to give our fellow Italian Americans the right of citizenship so they can reconnect. I'm again candidating myself for the seat for the Italian Parliament, North American seat at Parlamento, at Congress. I'm starting early, started a year and a half, 2 years earlier. This is a perfect time. I want to be the voice of those people who've been cut off, who are angry, shocked, feel powerless and voiceless. Now they have a voice. Now because we are empowered, I want to channel that emotion, turn into a positive, constructive, creative energy where we're going to redesign this logically, morally, and ethically. I'm your voice. I'm starting early. We have 2 years before the election, maybe earlier. Depends if this legislatura, this government majority lasts until the end. Stay with me, follow me, subscribe. I will keep posting updates on the current situation, which is affecting hundreds of thousands of Italian Americans. Apologize. I'm sorry for what happened for Italians. This does not reflect the feelings and the emotions of the vast majority of Italians in Italy. Take care. Good luck. Stay positive. Domenico, you're Dr. Domenico Moschino.